Hey guys, welcome to my channel and thanks for checking out my entry into the 2018 Australia NYX Face Awards. Now that I've done the whole classic weird slow-mo of my look at the beginning, let's jump straight into how I did it. As you can see, I've already got my hair pinned and one eyebrow ready to go. The other one kind of looks like it needs to reconsider its life choices, but what can you do? First, I have primed my face with the NYX Studio Perfect Photo Loving Primer before going in with the NYX retractable eyeliner crayon in white to outline the drips that I'm going to have down the side of my face. For my shadow base, I'm popping on the NYX eyeshadow base in white all over the lid and blending it with my finger up to the brow bone. I'm then using a damp beauty blender to blend the foundation just into that side of my face for now. For my shadows, I'm using the NYX Avant Pop palette in Art Throb. I started with a mix of the pink and purple and blending that out on my temple area to give my face a bit of dimension. I then started with the light pink from the palette and worked my way through to the darker colours, making sure that the darker the colour I used, the closer to my lash line I went. I also made sure that I dragged that pinky kind of colour through to the inner corner of my eye, kind of down like the bridge area of my nose. Once I was happy with how the eye was looking, I went in with a bit of an iridescent kind of eyeshadow just to brighten up that inner corner. I then went in with the NYX Liquid Suede Lippy in Pink Lust to give myself a bit of a wing before using that iridescent eyeshadow to lighten my brow bone. I then applied mascara and lashes to that eye before blending a turquoise kind of colour underneath my lower lash line. Next, my favourite jumbo eye pencil in Milk, which I've used to brighten my lower waterline, and then of course mascara on the bottom lashes. Now here I'm going in with the NYX Liquid Suede Lippy in Amethyst and painting on those drips. I then use it to colour in each of the drips before I go over that with a purple eyeshadow to set it and blend it out a bit more into my face. I use a combination of blue and black eyeshadows in each drip to give them more of a 3D effect, before going in with the NYX White Liquid Liner to give them a highlight. I then decided it was tea time before I started on the second half of my face. To fix that rogue brow, I'm going in with the NYX Liquid Suede Lippy in Stone Fox, before using the white retractable eyeliner again to create the skull kind of shape that I want to go with. Someone sent me a text, so I replied to that, and then I started colouring in my face with white cream paint, making sure I went under the eyebrow and around those lines from before. Someone sent me another text, so I quickly replied to that and also managed to get in a selfie, obviously. I then used those same colours from the Avant Pop palette as the other eye, however I made this one slightly darker than the other. I then went in with the turquoise pink and purple eyeshadows to create a bit more of a 3D look to the skull by shading around the areas of the face and give it a bit more colour. I also used a black water activated paint to draw on the skeleton's nose before going back in with the white paint and painting in the rest of the face. I'm then going in with the trusty retractable eyeliner in white again, just to create the outline of the skeleton. You'll notice this is super easy to use because you can see it quite well, so you know where you're going to be painting later, but it's also really good if you do make a mistake, you can literally just wipe it straight off and redraw back on as I did there. Once you're happy with the shape, you can go in and paint the skeleton bones in white, which you can see I've already done here, before going back in with the NYX Suede Lippy and Amethyst and drawing in the drips over the shoulder, and then using the same blue and black eyeshadow to set that and create the dimension there. I've then jumped straight into using the black paint to outline the bones and fill in basically my whole body down to my arms. You can kind of go as far down as you want, but I just went down pretty much to where I knew I wouldn't be able to see it in a photo. I then start going in with all of the different colored eyeshadows on the bones just to create that rainbow kind of effect on each one of those. I do go over quite a bit. It doesn't matter if this is quite messy and you go outside of the white area, because you can just go straight back over the top with black paint, which I did do a couple of times. Here I'm just going in with some white water activated paint on a small paintbrush just to add in some highlights on the skull and also to put some white back into those areas where some of the eyeshadow fallout and stuff may have taken away the brightness. I then go in with the same white water activated paint and start the tedious process of drawing on each of the teeth. I have found it is a lot easier to do it this way and draw them out individually and then outline each one and shade them, but you can pretty much do the teeth however you want to do them. Here I'm just using the black water activated paint to outline each of those teeth on a small brush. And I then go in with a slightly bigger brush just to colour in that inner bit of the mouth and also shade in around the teeth as well. Now the fun part of sticking on all of the jewels, you can go as all out as you want or as minimal as you want. The choice is completely up to you. I added on a few here. You'll probably see a couple of photos, and at the end of my video I did actually go back in and add some jewels onto the teeth later, but I did love how this look turned out either way. And that is done. I hope you guys like it, and I hope I make it through to the top 30 of the NYX Face Awards, so keep posted.